Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Put It Together Conversations. I'm your host, Daniel G. Garza. Welcome to another episode. Oh, I guess I do have to change that. Welcome back. We're just checking some stuff that I apparently need to change before every show. But our guest this week didn't make it, and that's cool. It gives us a little time to just chat with you guys and check in for, I guess, what's coming up for the next season of Put It Together Conversations. I don't have a whole lot more scheduled for this year. So I think we're going to probably take a break on Put It Together Conversations and regroup for next year. But, surprise, if anybody's watching here, uh, I can't move it anymore. There we go. You know you could move.
I'm moving.
Um,
Yeah, I tried to, but you're skinnier than me, so I can't fit in the same space.
So we're just going to do a little update intro on
First
Little
off,
Mexican Productions.
welcome to Put It Together Conversations. It's a Daniel G. Garza show, but today it's also a Christian show
Just in case you don't have enough of him during the week.
with Christian and Daniel show.
So the way those shows, so for those of you who are familiar with us, we are Little Mexican Productions Inc., a
Social media, a social.
enterprise, yes,
Social
a social enterprise. So what really that means is that everything that we do not only enhances the company, but enhances the community. And we are here to entertain, educate, and energize our community. Um, so all our shows, we do have some comments. Some people are watching. All our shows. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Hello, sweetheart. How are you doing, Piper?
Hello, Piper.
Mr. Ernesto, señor, ¿cómo estamos?
Hello, buenos tardes.
And so the Christian and Daniel show, the Cardivo, and Put It Together Conversations, we're not going to do big transformations, but we're going to move some stuff around and kind of adjust a little bit.
Yeah.
We are staying on Wednesday nights, so we'll be
Yes, the Christian and Daniel show will continue.
Well, thank you. We missed you. I need to. I'm going to text you after the show, Piper, because we need to coordinate for the next session. We have another session pending. For those of you who don't know, I'm a spiritual coach, so I do a lot of work in the community. Anyway, so Christian and Daniel show will stay on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. I know
Pacific time.
Yes, Pacific time, because some folks in the Pacific area and the Western, some people in the West Coast wanted us to go later, but that makes it really late for the East Coast, and we want everybody to be part of it. So we are keeping Christian and Daniel show at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday. So make sure you set your alarm, set your timer. If you're watching us on YouTube, do us a favor and scroll down, hit that notification button, and it'll give you a notice. Yes, of course, yeah. And we like the 6 o'clock hour.
It works.
It's a good coffee time.
It is, because we have coffee. We have
Coffee.
We have coffee, and we have some Danish.
And people are either already home on the East Coast or have just gotten,
usually home, yeah.
or just gotten home on the West Coast. So that's a good time.
And sometimes they come in a little late on the West Coast, but that's life.
And but it's recorded, so you can always just come back and watch them. So but you can't participate in the conversation. But for those of you not familiar with the Christian and Daniel show, it's basically both of us doing this every Wednesday, chatting and
me smiling. I talk a lot more on the Christian and Daniel show, but this is really Daniel's Put It Together Conversation show, so I'm letting him talk.
Well, thank you for letting me.
I love that whole control permission BS.
Thank you
for any of us are giving anyone the opportunity to do anything. It's like what people do what they want to do, and they're going to do it, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Thank you, Master, for allowing me.
Thanks for allowing me to have
the permission to speak.
My liege.
What should I say next?
Next you should say.
I only had the first 5 minutes of conversation prepared. What do I do now? And then we're also including our friends. So if you watch,
guest hosts.
if you watch the Christian and Daniel show and you want to be a guest on the show, then all you got to do is get in touch with us.
Yeah, we
Messages.
love it. We love it because it adds that nice little dynamic and it switches things up a little bit. And it's fun to be on a live feed that's going out to, hundreds or thousands or hundreds or tens
Tens
people.
of dozens of one people.
And
actually, Piper has been a guest co-host on the show. Right?
yes.
Yeah, so we want to welcome her back.
We've had wonderful hosts so far. We want everyone to come back.
To come back. Ross is coming back, and I'm sure we're going to have Kai Kalama back.
Oh, and thank you to Ryan Kalama for the music to today's show.
Oh yeah, Ryan Kalama is the.
And that's someone we should have on too. We have to get in touch with Ryan. We're not as close to touch with Ryan as Kai, but that doesn't mean he can't be on the host. I think he'd be a hoot.
He's funny. He is funny, and he's a rapper too. He's
freestyle rapper.
He's a freestyle rapper. So
he is a freestyle Polynesian rapper.
It wouldn't be my life if I didn't have more tea.
Oh yes,
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you were awesome, and you're such a. I mean,
by the way, everyone on TikTok, Piper does this fantastic dumpster fire videos, and she does this videos about her life and her experiences with, shall we say, interesting individuals that she comes across.
She's really good, so go check her out.
And it's fantastic. It's so funny. It's engaging, and it just. She's a wonderful reminder that we're all just human and we're just trying to move forward each day. And that's all we have to do. And if there's some dumb stuff that happens, laugh.
Every time I think about Piper, immediately the theme song is RESPCT. Find out what it means to me. Anyway, so I don't know why I had a little country twang there.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't remember Aretha singing it. Country.
Yes, well, little did y'all know that there's a country version out there.
And you are right. It wouldn't be alive if it didn't have lots of tea.
No, it's all.
Because remember, folks, tea ain't just for drinking. It's also the tea, the truth.
What else do we do? Oh, we have the picks of the week. So if you are a TV person or a movie person, we usually comment on shows and movies that we like. Pick up of the week.
Like, you know what I just saw?
What you just
The new Dune.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Meh.
You didn't like it?
I'd give it a meh.
A meh?
It wasn't, they hype. I get annoyed when Hollywood hypes something up way too much. Because usually when they hype it up too much, it's usually a meh or ugh movie. And I know that should be my new YouTube channel. Meh or ugh. Meh or ugh.
I just noticed, before you continue, I just noticed that there are several people watching. Our guest was not available today, but I didn't want the hour to just go away, so we decided to do an impromptu show. So please, let me put the banner up. If you want to, join the conversation, comment, be part of the show.
No, that's absolutely true. It's like they do. The more hype they give a movie, I find the worse it is. Like or when it has way too many big names in it, then you're like, okay, it must be a really weak script if they need that many big names in it to make it work. Because that will, that of course. And then now they're doing that silly released in theaters only. Best of luck with that. You realize, one, we're still in a pandemic. Two, now we've all been away from the movie theaters, and we know how nasty and dirty those places are now. Like, because we've been away. Once you've been away and you can really look at something, that's not a good thing.
I do miss.
I miss popcorn. The popcorn. Oh, we don't plan this. It's just I do too. I miss that particular whatever they do or however they make their popcorn.
Well, it's coconut oil that they cook it in.
Oh, it's because however it works. Well, of course, the one I got you for Christmas would be really good. That would work. Yeah. But yeah, I just think it's so silly. They're saying released only in theaters, like it's exclusive. Like I'm going to be impressed with that. Like, ooh, it's only in theaters. No, all I'm thinking is you're just trying to make money where there ain't no money to be made.
But if you're,
I'm sorry, theaters are dying left and right. In Canada, AMC went bankrupt.
If you're watching us right now and you have not commented in, if you're Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter, do you have a movie that we should see? It's Saturday night, and I'm not feeling particularly well, so we canceled our dinner plans for tonight. Yeah. So I might.
Now we just being two little old men staying in.
TikTok taught me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How
ratchet
ratchet.
videos are.
If I've seen people record videos because theaters are really empty now, so they record videos of how what's on the floor actually, that you never no one wants to know that before, but now in this kind of post lockdown era, it's like now you're like, ooh, no. I'd much rather sit on my beautiful, comfy couch that's wearing out, put my feet up in the power recliner mode, and watch a movie streaming. I am happy to wait a couple months. Like Cruella, if I'd paid for that, I'd been so mad.
I watched it on the plane.
It's not bad. It's just why.
Did y'all watch Cruella? Anybody watch Cruella? I watched it on a plane.
And I love Emma Stone. I love me some Emma Stone.
What was it? Oh, Coming Back with Billy. I watched it Coming Back with Billy. Yeah.
And I watched it on Disney Plus. And in the comfort of my home, not paying any huge amount of money for popcorn or snacks or anything, and I could pause it when I need to use the little boy's room. So,
it was a cute movie. It was a good standalone movie.
It's a movie, and it was done well. But everyone I've talked to, including Daniel M., I agree with him. I'm like.
I've licked Times Square. That is
oh yes.
At least
girl, we've been there. We know what you're saying. You are right.
At least you know what's on Times Square.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus minus a plus. Yes, no, totally. Yeah.
And besides that, but with Cruella, it's it was a well done movie. It's just the question is why? Why did you need to make it? There's so many other things in your bank that you could be putting out there. And I don't know why Disney chose to make this, because it wasn't necessary. Cruella de Vil's character it's a fully developed character. It's not like she was lacking background.
There's some characters in movies that I don't need to know where they came from.
Yeah.
Or for instance, if they made a movie of Alfred from Batman.
Oh.
I like Alfred.
Imagine that.
But
Alfred.
How did he end up in the Batcave all of a sudden?
How did he end up as a butler?
Yeah, was he on crack one night and wandered into a Batcave by accident, and then Batman found him in the morning and
you don't want to know this. In all honesty, the right words for it is I don't care. He's a main character, but he's not the character, and I'm okay not knowing his history. Now, for someone who dresses like a big old bat and runs around beating bad guys up, I want to know the background.
Why are you talking about me like that?
He doesn't dress up though. He dresses up as a cat, not as a
meow. Meow. But anyway, so for those of you that are not familiar with the Christian and Daniel show, this is basically the Christian and Daniel show, except every Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
He was a butler for. Yeah, you're right. I mean, he was a butler for his parents. Yes. But still, I've even seen a version of Batman.
Not a nerd.
I've even seen a version of Batman where they inferred that Albert was former SAS, which is would be our Army Special Forces or SEAL team. That he had that type of specialized training, and that's really why he was the butler for them. But they didn't. With the movie ones, they were always that old guy. You're I don't think he's beating up 6 or 7 people with whatever form of martial arts he was taught. I don't think that. So it's kind of weird. I guess the show Gotham had that. Alfred was more of a protector.
So that went a little further than I thought it was going to go.
And next.
But anyway, so
snap.
So for those of you wondering, if you've never watched an episode of Christian and Daniel show, which we have done over 50 episodes, please go catch them on YouTube.
A show I was shocked got a third season, or no, second season, third season, I think second season, is Batwoman. Not because Batwoman's not a worthwhile, amazing character. I love a strong female heroine, but the way they did this Batwoman show, it was bad. I made it through, I think, 3 episodes. I'm I cannot watch this garbage anymore. It was over dramatic, too heavy, not enough action. Hello, it's Batwoman, not Bat sitting at home weeping over her ex. And And if they did the same thing with Batman, it would be the same complaint. Like, I don't want to watch some guy wooing, oh, I lost my life, my whole world's falling apart. I don't want to watch that in a show that infers it's about a superhero. Hello. And so Batwoman was so badly done, I would swear it would never get another season. I'll put it this way. It was so bad that the lead actress in it didn't come back for the second season. They had to replace her. Hello, there's something wrong if the lead actress is like, I'm not coming back. I'm rich enough. I have enough money, which is never anything anyone says in Hollywood. So there's something wrong. And so they recast it. And of course, they recast it to embrace diversity. And which I think is so dumb when it's just being done to be done, and it's not being done for a real reason or to enhance the show. So it's just like, it doesn't make sense now. Now all of a sudden you have this totally different person as Batwoman. Like, how did that happen? And even though they tried to explain it, not well done. Bad. I wish I want like a rolled up newspaper and hit you on the nose. Bad writer. I mean, come on.
I've not seen an episode, so
well, there's a reason for that.
They really try to make women damsels in distress.
Exactly. Oh, and of course she was gay too. And I'm like, really? We're just really trying to pack this particular show with every demographic. Don't do it if it's just for doing it. Do it because it enhances the story. Do it because it makes the story special. I don't want to see a show with a bunch of gay guys and it's meaningless. They're just gay guys for the sake of being gay guys. That's dumb. We don't have a script.
No, are you good?
I'm good. I just don't like junk being done just to be done, just because we can. No, do it because there's a good reason for it. Do it. That's what brings meaning to it. You diminish all of us when you do that, when they write shows like that and just have gay people for the sake of gay people, not because they're like real characters or need in-depth backgrounds and stuff. Like, come on.
Just because we enhance your neighborhood doesn't mean we enhance everything.
Yeah, just because we make things better doesn't mean you just add us to everything. You don't add croutons to every salad.
And that's a good ending to this part. We're reaching in Hollywood. But again, if you've never watched Christian and Daniels, this is kind of what happens on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. So come join us. You can watch us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. So make sure you follow us.
It is very entertaining.
It is very entertaining.
And we usually have picks of the week that we will talk about for a bit, and not never as in depth as we just went with this.
No,
this
it's
number.
More about why we like the show.
It surprised me that I had so many feelings about
It surprises me too that Batwoman was so in your heart.
I love Batgirl. I love Batwoman.
Batgirl.
I love the concept, and I love female. Like, I love me some Wonder Woman. I
didn't mean to go back in there.
And I know, but you did. And I love these strong. I like strong female characters, and I get very disappointed when they mess it up or they try to muck it up. It's almost like, is it just all male writers on this? Like, there's no idea. Like, this is what they think women are. I don't know. I don't sit in the writer's room, so. And they don't really care about my opinion, but I am one of the viewers. Well,
and this is a perfect opportunity to launch your new show, Christian Critiques Hollywood.
Christian riddles Hollywood with insults.
So maybe we'll look for that in the future somewhere down the line.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yes, you tell us. Would you like an hour of Christian ranting on shows he doesn't like? But I love me some leather too.
Oh yeah, as long as it's responsible and part of the development, I'm all for it.
Wonder Woman, yeah, I love Wonder Woman.
I love Wonder Woman. And the new Wonder Woman is, I think, Gal Gadot is just amazing.
She's amazing. And then for those of you who are familiar with the Card Devo, I will be coming back. We will be coming back on Fridays. I just needed a little break.
He just keeps saying that. So.
Well, I just needed a little break.
Yeah, you do. You've been through a lot.
It was a couple of very tough months, really, with a lot of work. And then the last couple of weeks have been a little bit personally difficult to get through some things. So I need a little break. And I'm kind of in this rebranding stage of what the Card Devo represents.
Yeah, you're kind of bringing some spiritual coaching into it.
Yeah,
So
so
I think that's a good move.
for those of you that have been following the Card Devo for a long time, first of all, I appreciate it. Thank you. We were doing Wednesday nights at 5 o'clock. I'm sorry, Friday nights at 5 o'clock, and doing a whole hour of card shows. And there you go. Yes,
That would be interesting.
Hollywood
Maybe I
meets-
will.
Hollywood meets Christian. That is an awesome, or Christian meets Hollywood. No, Hollywood meets
Yeah,
Christian.
Hollywood meets.
That's a great title.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
meeting Hollywood. Hollywood
But
meets me.
coming into the new year with the Card Devo show, I think we're gonna. I have the feeling that we're turning more into spiritual coaching on Friday nights and giving you some ideas and some guidance into where to take your life per
Yeah,
se.
like if you get a card reading, what do you do with that? How do you manage that information to make it advantageous for you?
Yeah.
How do you translate that into change? And that's what Daniel's spiritual work does, is starting to show on that show on the other side. Saying, okay, now you got the card reading. Now what do you do? And that's basically the question he's answering now. And it's going to be a really nice evolution. I do have a question about your breakfast show. Is that just
Oh
gone the way
yeah.
of the
So
breakfast,
for
or-
those of you that have been following us for a while, I had my TikTok morning show, breakfast
which was quite popular?
breakfast readings, and one of the reasons that I opted to stop. Well, first of all, I was getting really busy in the morning, so I wasn't having.
Yeah.
I'm not even having breakfast in the mornings. But number two, I started to see a big stream of readers pop up on TikTok, and I didn't want to be just one more reader. Again, kind of like the Card Devo on Friday nights.
It's almost like they saw him doing it and they decided, oh, I need to cash in on this time frame too.
And
It got crowded.
I don't want to. I know a lot of people make money charging people for that one card reading, and I didn't want it to be a popularity thing. Or
$35
And
for a one
for
card
card
reading.
reading,
Are you
yeah.
out of your mind?
I'm not gonna say I'm inexpensive. My sessions are fairly priced for what you get,
But it's
but-
not a one card reading for
Yeah.
$35. Are you out your mind?
but I wanted to also do the rebranding of the Card Devo. Is I want you to get more than a reading. I want you to
Yeah.
walk away with some exercises, some homework, something to make you think. I don't want to tell you what your
Yeah.
life's going to be about.
Change it.
I want to help you change your life. Yeah. So
Yeah, I was watching this one
Yeah.
guy for like under 10 seconds. I watched him and he's like 35. He's all, I pulled this card for you, whatever your name is, and $35, and I'll tell you what it means. And so the person apparently Venmoed him the $35. And he's like, he told him something that wasn't even worth 10 cents.
Yeah.
And then he like started talking about himself. And I'm like, I'm all, Bianca, what you doing?
Yeah.
I'm not paying you $35 to hear about how good you feel about yourself. Yeah, you just suckered me out of $35. You should feel pretty good.
So I want to do more than a card reading, because even in my live sessions, when I'm in person at an event,
Yeah.
you don't just get a card reading. I want to make sure that you walk away with something, knowing something about you that's going to help you be a better person for you, not for me.
Yeah.
I walk away and I'm done.
He's still Daniel G. Garza.
Yeah, but because I'm going into spiritual coaching, I want to coach people. I want you to get a taste of what I can do.
Yeah.
I only refer to my reviews
Yeah.
on my readings, and I believe I do a good job. So if you've ever been a client of mine, if you've ever gotten a reading of mine, then you know how I work, and I want to translate. But there's a lot of readers. I mean, on a weekday,
There are more readers than you can count. You could throw a rock and you'll
yeah,
get more names.
6 o'clock on a weekday on TikTok, you can find at least 3 or 4 readers, and it's just I feel icky. Not all of them. Some of them are really good. Some of them are really, because
I have yet to find one.
I've
but
gotten
yes, I'm sure they're
I've
out
gotten
there.
cards pulled by some people, and some of them are really good. Like, oh wow, but I didn't. You know me.
I've just seen so many who just either reading the card, or it's a deck I'm familiar with, and they're like reading out of the book or something. It's like I'm not paying you to. I could look that up. I go buy the deck myself for less than $35, and pull my own card and read what it means.
But
That is so
you know,
farcical.
to each his own. But I think for anybody who knows the Card Devo and knows me personally, knows that I thrive by being unique. I want to bring
Yeah.
new things
Well,
to the
and
table.
the thing is, Daniel does legit readings. He doesn't just read the card to you and say, "You need to follow this girl." He's like, no, like he actually gets messages from your guardians. He connects with them, and he relays these messages about your life. And there's stuff he brings up that you will not. You'll be like, "How did he know that?" Well, your spirits know. Your spirit guides know. So that's it's just. I guess being with Daniel, I'm spoiled because I really get to see legit work. And then when I see the BS that's out there, it makes me super mad. Like I so want to comment every time on all of them and just start trolling or spamming them, but I don't because I have to rise above it.
And then again, we don't know the people he's reading for. He might be hitting something accurate. They might be hitting something accurate. But thank you for the recommendation. I appreciate that. I do like making people cry.
He does. He'll come home and say, "I made like 5 people cry."
Oh, thank you. And so for anybody who's interested, we're available for private sessions, parties.
Yeah, I'm an empathic medium, so I work a little differently than Daniel, but I do work with a couple card decks that do work really well.
So
particularly in larger groups.
We're available for all that, and we do all that. But yes, Card Devo will come back, but we're going through some rebranding and changing the way we do things. I want you to join me for an hour of transformation, not just a reading. If you want a reading, then you can hire me, and I will do a reading for you. But
so basically, the morning breakfasting's done.
No, I think we'll come back. It's gonna because we did that. Piper was.
Yeah.
Piper follows me on Twitter, on TikTok, and on Monday mornings we were doing a chakra alignment. We were doing the alignment because for those of you who don't know, I've also created my own deck of cards, and that's what I use in my coaching.
No doubt.
Oh yes, she's been
we do need to just nail down the time and do it.
Yeah, girl, we have a lot to talk about.
No.
Oh, I have some deceased peeps I need a word with. Thank you for calling Dead People's Lines. How may I direct your call?
How can we direct your call? I need some.
But yes, and then even Put It Together Conversations, we might be moving over to just doing 1 episode a week versus 2. It gets a little much, and I realize I'm getting a little burned out, but it's just a matter of deciding if we're doing a morning show or an evening show. But I think Saturday mornings is the direction we're going, probably, or even moving it to a new week. For those of you also, because Put It Together Conversation, we did a collaboration with Johnson & Johnson and Johnson Pharmaceuticals with their Hola program. And Hola is a J&J Hispanic support group for the employees where they support each other in making changes within the Johnson & Johnson Corporation to better benefit the Latino community. And we landed a contract. So we're doing 4 episodes with them. The next one is next Thursday, the last one of the series. So we did HIV, cancer, mental health, and the last one is stigma and shame in the Latino community.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you follow us for that. And just laughing at us. Welcome to Yeet Yeet Deceased. How can I take your order? Yeah, so that's another show in itself. But yes, so if you are and your company would like to set up an interview where we can talk about your product and share it and have an interview style conversation, get in touch with us. We are producing shows for people now, which coming up is Veterans Day in Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Celebration.
The Laguna Beach Legion is celebrating 75 years. So I will be streaming live the memorial. What is a show, I guess?
Well, yeah, they hired Little Mexican Productions to do the production work for their show, to produce their shows.
Yeah, so we're going to be streaming live the whole memorial Celebration. There we go. Celebration. And then we've already been hired to do the Patriots Day Parade for 2022.
Oh, wow.
So that is the first weekend of March. I will be co-hosting again. I co-hosted in 2019. We skipped 2020. We skipped 2021. And then we're going into
2022.
2022. Yeah, we
Yeah.
skipped 2020 and 21.
Yeah, honestly, 2020, 2021, I didn't have super high expectations of, massive change just because that was the recovery year from 2020.
For 2021.
I mean, I know we're not out of the pandemic yet, but at the very least, we're in a different place than we were in 2020. And it's kind of like it feels like recovery.
Yeah. So, but this year we're coming back. And so if you're in the Orange County, LA area and you host shows next year and you want us to do some pre-show or some interviews there.
Oh, yeah.
We missed the pre-show show.
I
Those
really
were
miss
fun.
doing the pre-show show.
Mr. Pritesh Shah.
He had this wonderful comedy show going on, and we would kind of like, basically it felt like we were really warming up all the talent. All the comedians would come and sit with us and do live interviews. And it's just a shame we didn't really get all of this StreamYard working like it is now.
Yeah.
Back then, it would be so awesome now.
That would have been so awesome.
So, because it would have been way more, we would have cast a wider net. But yeah, this is it's really great. Hopefully, I hope another opportunity like that comes up. That would be nice.
Yeah. So if you're in the LA, Orange County area and you host comedy shows and you would like us to come and do a pre-show interview with all your comics in the back room and in the green room before the show starts, that's how we started doing.
That's really how we started doing all of this. Yeah.
So, and thank you, Piper. I'll be honest, I'm proud of us too. We've come a long way since my very first 1 minute video back in 2008. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'll put it up again. She's so proud of us. Thank you. But other than that, Little Mexican Productions Inc. is in full force. We're working, we're producing. If you have a product, if you have a company, if you have a life to talk about, get in touch with us. There's a show for you. And if you want to do your own shows, we can produce them from the background. So
yep.
we're happy to do that.
We're happy to offer our production skills to refine and get your show looking the best it can and getting it put out there.
And we're not too expensive, and we work on curves. So work on the curves. Anyway, so this was again. Unfortunately, our guest today did not make it, but it gave us another 30 minutes to come and chat with you guys. So thanks, Wade.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
It was such a pleasure being on your show.
It was your pleasure.
It is my pleasure.
It was.
Thank you for coming to the Put Together Conversations with Christian.
Thank you, everybody, for joining
Daniel
us.
Garza.
Yes,
I'm sorry, Daniel G. Garza.
Thank you for joining us for 30 minutes of just an update on what Little Mexican Productions Inc. is. Remember to follow us on
And
Facebook.
just some of our tomfoolery.
Who's Tom?
And who's a foolery?
And why is he?
Why is he a
Why is
foolery?
he our foolery? Damn you, Tom. If you're watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, thank you for joining us. Remember to share this with your friends and family so they can too participate in our shows. If you're watching us on YouTube, do us a favor, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll announce every time there's a new show lined up. And there's more than that. There's all 3 shows. There's comedy shows. There's things that I've worked on. So go check those out. For now, I want to thank you all for joining us. Thanks, babe. And thank y'all for watching. And we'll see you Wednesday on the Christian and Daniel Show. Oh,
hi, Nancy. We love you.
this is my sister Nancy, by the way. So when I'm at home and you see the picture behind me, that's her picture. So
Yep. It's the beautiful picture.
it's okay. My guest canceled today, so we
just winged it, did our own little thing. Basically, a little impromptu Christian and Daniel show.
But my sister, we're doing a show with her in Spanish too soon. So if si hablan español, también vengan al programa, pueden participar. So anyway, all right. With that, I want to say thank you, everybody. Thanks, babe. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Where's the video? Keep waving. Oh, wait, there's another comment. We love you too. Bye. I lost the video. There we go.